And Totally Not Bitten asked how long. Not sure of the context. If you're asking how long we've survived for 7 months, 14 days. So a pretty good length of time. Oh, nice. I didn't realize there's VHSs for first aid. I haven't actually looked into half of the VHSs that skill up. Gotcha, yeah. So with infection off, that does change quite a bit, but yeah. Still. I find the logic I have when it comes to first aid, like, I don't ever take the time to try and grind it up, because I know there are people who do. Like, I've done that for, like, multiplayer and that in the past, where, you know, you jump through a window, walk on broken glass, all that kind of stuff to just deliberately injure yourself, to bandage yourself up. But in single player, though, it's like, okay, so I could get my first aid up, and the primary benefit for it is you heal yourself faster. So you spend less time injured. That's kind of your hoped benefit. But to do so, I have to injure myself a whole bunch, thereby just, you know, having far more injury. So, like, it is almost a complete loss. Yeah, it's not... So that's the thing. I wouldn't call first aid useless. It's just the benefit is nowhere near enough to train it, because the way you have to train it ultimately is, like, accepting the consequence you're trying to avoid, as it were. It's like if carpentry, for example, let's say carpentry made it so you used less wood to make things. That'd be kind of cool. Except then you got to use a whole bunch of wood to level it up, so you ultimately just use up the wood. So, like, grinding it would serve no purpose, as it would still just cost you more supplies than you preserve, as it were. But yeah, first aid is one of the skills I'd like to see them make changes to. And, like, for me, the way I'd like to see them change first aid is I would like there to be more things that we need to first aid, that even if you're quote-unquote playing right, there's going to be things that happen that you have to deal with. Not necessarily, like, injuries that severely impact your character, but stuff like occasionally, not full-on food poisoning, you might eat something that gets you sick. Or whatever. And that with first aid skill, you can basically mitigate it to not have any effect on you. Or another one is any type of infection, like not zombie infection. You couldn't just slap a bandage on it and it makes it all better. There'd be more involved in it. Yeah, Totally Not Bitten. That's basically been our injuries this one, is we've tripped. Running past zombies, we've tripped twice now on this character. So, you know, got a face full of dirt and a skinned knee kind of thing. Yeah, I would think that would definitely be part of it. Like, have first aid be a source for basic medicines. And like I was saying, if, for example, first aid was a source of basic medicines, then I feel like it'd be fair to go, okay, well, now regular infection untreated is dangerous, so, you know, be careful. You'll need to want to get some level of first aid, so you can have like a couple antibiotics, that kind of thing, ready to rock and roll should you take an injury. Because what I'd do is I'd make like infection more realistic in the sense that it starts off where it's just not a problem. Okay, you've got infection, but it continues to escalate if it goes untreated until it becomes a legitimate problem. And of course you'd add all settings, so wound infection. Zombie infection I feel should always be fatal. And I know people turn it off and that's fine. You know, that's your option. But default, zombie infection should be guaranteed death. Because otherwise if you could like slap a couple antibiotics and zombie infection, you know, you have a good chance to survive. Then what would be the excuse for people dying of it? Like, the death count should be exponentially less, or at least way slower. Yep, I agree. Have stuff like, okay, lemongrass, you can take it just by itself, and it's kind of a crap way of dealing with food poisoning. You know, in the game, it is a way to deal with it, but, like, it's kind of crap. But then, with the first aid thing, you could make, like, a more refined version where you take like 10 lemongrass or whatever, 3 lemongrass, it doesn't matter, and make like an actual like pill that you would eat. And just the pill would be way more effective. So like with the pill you could actually eat something that is lethally poisonous and make something that could, you know, potentially save your life. Yeah. No, but the idea is like, okay, so the zombification was an airborne disease that for some reason doesn't affect us. And we'll excuse it that. That's the helicopter. I done effed up. Alright, prediction time. So, per the rules of the helicopter, if I take any injuries from this moment that I've started the prediction until after the helicopter leaves and we wake up from going to sleep, and that injury ends up being fatal in the long run, we do not survive the helicopter. Like, that would be considered a fail. However, if I do wake up after the helicopter leaves and we have not died, or we have not taken any injuries at all, we've survived. Thank you for the follow, Perfect Dark 777. Welcome to the stream. So, unfortunately, this is not where I want to be with a helicopter at all right now. I don't have any machetes left. I don't have any guns ready. I've got a pipe. I've got some nightsticks and a whole bunch of knives. I do have my car, but I am going to need to ditch this horde first. I can't drive fast with all these bodies here. We'll just flip the car. So this is really not a good position to be on. Now granted, for survival's sake, I can just walk up the road, take my spare car, and drive home, pretend this car's, like, just leave this car here. That may even be what happens. But this is definitely not an ideal situation. I was not watching the radio, and so we got no warning. But I'm going to try and keep the zombies on one side. I think I am going to try and fight, knowing I'm going to have to retreat. This is where we're trying to clear, so whatever. Oh, bodies are disappearing rapidly here. Like, you just watch them, like, all disappearing as we're getting our kills. Oh, we've dealt with worse than this. This is not bad yet. I'm worried if it goes for like 2 or 3 passes, that's when things are going to go to hell. And like I said, you can just walk away. That's always the way it boils down to. As long as you don't get reckless, you can just walk away. Besides, we're a zombie killing machine. There it is, coming in for a second pass. Most helicopters will do 2 to 3 passes on 1-hour days. Okay. Yep, totally not bitten. Yep, we hear the helicopter. So far it's going well, but we were definitely not prepared for that. Oh yeah, so Pandora, I have the helicopter. The settings by default are once. I have mine set to quote-unquote sometimes, which in practice means 2 or 3 helicopters every single month we've been playing. I would tell you how many helicopters we have had, but I genuinely don't know at this point. I've lost track. But you can guess it's probably somewhere in the area of between 14 and 21 helicopters. I don't have expanded helicopters installed. It's just we have multiple helicopters turned on. Just base game vanilla for that. Need to look behind us pretty soon. We haven't in a little bit, which is dangerous. Yay, I have dinner. My wife is amazing. So Pandora says, oh, okay, still, it gives kind of this cool idea that civilization is still around somewhere. What? That would suck. Yeah. I take it as there's just like this one person all by themselves who has, you know, access to like a private airport where they've got a helicopter and all of the tools they need to maintain and the know-how. And so just like one person flying over, seeing the one other person that's alive, and just like flying over them again for who knows what reason. And all your characters doing is sitting there going like, go away, I don't know who you are, but leave me alone, because you're getting me killed. Alright, we pushed him, so he still got aggro somewhere. That'd be you two. Looks like we are getting a third pass. Usually each pass is up, the helicopter does in an area, the worse it gets, because it's drawing zombies from farther and farther away. Just because, you know, you pull zombies from ridiculously far away, they don't quite reach their target before they lose track. So the next pass draws them that much closer, rinse and repeat. I'm starting to feel pretty good about how much we thrashed Riverside. The fact that this is a 3-pass helicopter and it's not been that bad. That is what happens. And as far as why people are like, how is he so calm? Like, how is he not panicked? Because we do this like 2 or 3 times a month, like we get very accustomed to it. Like this is normal gameplay for us. It still is dangerous gameplay. It is likely how we will die in this run, is getting caught off guard by the helicopter in the wrong place, which is what I thought was going to happen there. But that said, you want to remain calm, keep yourself collected, know what you're doing. When you panic and you start just running around and all that, that's when you start making mistakes that'll get you killed. Oh yeah. Thank you for the vitamins. I've used a bunch of those lately. Like that is one of the most important things when you're dealing with any type of a high-risk disaster, whatever situation, is just remaining calm. Especially when you're talking like group situations, because the more people panic, the more other people will feed off that panic, and it just causes everything to escalate. So you can have a situation that isn't even that particularly dangerous go absolutely sideways because people get concerned and panicked. Now, question is, how absolutely overrun by zombies is our car going to be? Because that I'm not looking forward to. TV show based off the... It'd be a TV show where there'd be like moments of calm, base building, like being a little zen, and then just an absolute war. Was it running? Yes. So we will have some zombies swarming that car. The question is how bad. I don't think I had the radio on. If the radio is on, it'll be exponentially worse because that radio carries much farther than the engine. But either way, I might end up having to be like forcefully retreated. We'll see. I'm going to try and get the car back because I'm also stubborn. But luckily I do have a spare car I put up here that's just... It's got a tank of gas. It's ready to roll. So we're not in danger in that regard. This is those moments where I'm just waiting for like one zombie to stroll up with a katana and be like, alright, we're good. Sentient Cooking dropping in with a joke where Totally Not Ben said, was it running? And Sentient Cookie said, well, you better go catch it. Or you should go catch is actually what they said, but same diff. The joke's been dropped. Good job. If you're familiar with Eris 1's stream, dropping in those dad jokes all the time over there. Fantastic content, by the way. That they are. Okay, Andy NQ says, I currently am running an 8x run, and I have applied your exact strategy, pushing from low population location to a high density one, make temporary base, prepare plenty of weapons, still survived and pushed. Thanks a lot for your advices, mate. Yep. That is, and not even, like, necessarily, like, following what my strategy is. I usually do try and talk through my thoughts, and I'll even tell when, like, I'm doing something like going, hey, this is probably what I shouldn't be doing in this moment. But I'll, like, fully admit, it's like, but I'm also stubborn. It's like, that means this isn't a good play. This is me being stubborn and making what's likely a poor judgment call, whether or not it works out for me. And sometimes, like, often it will work out just because I've played enough that I can get away with a lot of that kind of stuff. But those are the types of decisions I should not be making in this kind of run that's such a, like a marathon style run. Like this marathon style run is very much 100% mitigate any and all risk we can possibly mitigate. While killing zombies, because that is our objective. So do stuff like layer our defenses, know when it's time to back off. Don't be stubborn and try and get your car. We're not at the point I'd say we're being stubborn about. Like, this is just we're getting our car. Stubborn is when I start getting near drowsy and I'm still going after it. That's when I'm being stubborn and not making good choices. Because like we even have a spare car just parked up this road, ready to rock and roll. Not quite as good as the car we left there, but it was the car we were using before, and it's still pretty good shape other than its hood's pretty trashed. Right about to break that 30,000 zombies. I gotta say, I saw something shiny on both sides of that zombie impaling it as like katana, but it's just a bar or a pipe. I mean, I'm also down for... Oh, spear. I won't complain about that. We did kill a zombie with a spear earlier that we never did recover the spear because I have no idea where its body is. But, you know, it is what it is. That happens when you're dealing with these counts. That spear won't be hard to find. Oh, here, let me kill you right with the other one. Alright, we pushed that zombie, so we still have aggro. That's kind of a pro tip, is if you push a zombie when you're using a short blade as opposed to stabbing it or executing it, it means you, well, almost always, not always, but almost always means you have aggro to another zombie nearby. Thank you for the follow. Give me 1 second. I'll have to read that name when I have a breather. Thank you for the follow. No lick Sir Twitch. Welcome to stream. And if that isn't the way that's supposed to be said, then, you know, let me know. Let's see. Make a screenshot at 29,999. I'd do that. Hey, short blunt 7. Because it's nice to do even more damage. Alright, so you want a screenshot at 29,999, which means we kill 4 zombies here. 3. 2. 1, 0. And screenshot. And also screenshot. 30,000 zombies killed. Yep, Energy Spark. We're working at it. But we made the first number on our big number bigger. No. So Pretty Pictures, the prediction ends when I've successfully gone to sleep and wake up after the helicopter. So basically, the helicopter itself, you know, it hasn't gotten us hurt, but it has put us off balance. So the question is, do I recover my car, manage to get to a place, and go to sleep? Oh, no. That's what I was worried about. Okay, so we got work to do. Oh yeah, I made sure the terms and conditions are clear. Was just that It's just a matter of, you know, we just have to go to sleep and survive at this point. That said, we always end up doing more than we need to with the helicopter just by the nature of how it goes. But, I'm actually not too scared of this, if I'm being honest. Like, that is a hell of a lot of zombies, but this honestly doesn't scare me much. It's when you got stuff coming from all sides that's actually scary. Because this, like, if things get ugly, I just go, alright, I just walk away. I'll catch up with chat here in a minute. Just gotta deal with our little friends here. Hi, friends I was not expecting. Could you not? I have not been trying to spell it yet. I should probably actually, after stream or something, figure out how many katanas it is going to take to do that. Just so I can, like, know when it's time to start actually writing out the letters. Because I think the, for example, the F would be 3 katanas. Well, no, 4 katanas. The R is probably 5 katanas. E would be 5 katanas. I would be 2 katanas. Maybe 4, depending on how you draw the I. Oh right, someone had something or other. I'll have to check because someone had done some. Wasn't a follow? What they said it was going to do after we got through that zombie group. Okay, let's see. This car rescue is not. Alright, we already went over that. Andy and Q says, sip a cup of tea on the way back to work. Should have paid. Valkyrene says, you should have paid your taxes. Sentient Cookie said, they're all coming to tell you about your car's extended warranty. Andy and Q says, my god, I bought a new DAC for my power supply. PZ sounds scary to me. So real. DAC. I'm not sure what that acronym is, Andy. AMP. Gotcha. Cool. I know what an AMP is. That I do know. I figured it had to do with audio based on the context, but I was just not sure. Scaff says, me zombie, me go arg. Fenrir says, how close are we to spelling friend of the katanas? I'm going to go with Valkyrie's assumption that's 20 katanas. I haven't done the math myself. Someone did a following. I mean, I already called the no lick, Sir Twitch. I already thanked them for a follow. Don't know. It's fine. Yeah, we are at the point where we usually will two-shot zombies with the knife. A lot of times we'll three-shot. It's fine. So as you can see, 2 and 3 shotting, it's like there's this slight delay where we just kind of push the zombies around a bit, and then the zombies begin to fall. Eventually it will get down to frequent 1-shots with the occasional 2-shot, or occasionally 2-shotting. But we're a little ways away from there, because I think we're only at 6 with short blade. Pretty close to 7 though. Get away from the trees, because trees are evil and scary. Looks like we just flat out picked up another horde. That's fine, I don't honestly care. Hey, Elgusso. A lot of zombies are popping. Let me catch up in chat real fast. Let's see. You would need 4 for FI. So you actually need over 9,000. I counted 2 per long line. Foxman says, if you're making it like a digital clock... Yeah, I was going to make it like a digital clock. Well, minimum 20 then. Senator Cookie, 30 is a safe number to own. Fenrir says, if he wants to get fancy with it more. Senator Cookie says, ooh, we're halfway there. Ooh, living on a prayer. Looks like it. And then Valkyrie says, who says grammar is important? Just say FD, short for friend, and all you need is 7. 30,000 kills? Absurd, says El Goso. And Burnin' Sun says, why not spell katana? All in straight lines would be easier. And Whistlebeak dropping in here with the despair emote. Scaff, zombies killed? Yes. Oh, spell I or uvu. I don't know about you, but like, let's say we're running around here. There's Dr. LNS, and you run into another survivor. And they're like, "Oh, I'm not alone. Yeah, we can team up. We seem to be things going well." So they're like, "Yeah, I got this big base. Come on by. Like, we'll set this all up." And you get there, and just on the floor, spelled in katanas, is uwu. And you'd be like, not sure if I want a room here. Like, uwu is fine, but uwu spelled in katanas on the ground during a zombie. Hey, the other spear. I didn't think we were going to find that. Oh. Hi, zombies suddenly closing in from all sides. Where have you been? Let's see. With your life-size spiffo standing next to your bed, spell ambulance from ambulance. Meat out of meat cleavers. Spell burger out of rotten burgers. It was we just put a sad Pepe sad with burgers. Add bleach to your friend's burger. That's just mean. Taking our vitamins en masse. It does kill the zombie virus. And you. But also zombie virus. Oh, come on. I just want to get to my car. Okay, let's see. Set up a food shop in multiplayer. Yeah, it's terrible. Like adding bleach to all the food so you kill everyone in multiplayer. That's just mean. And it's like no one will realize that. I'm sure they'll realize it in seconds. Like one or two people will die, and that'll be the end of it. Foxbot says there's a much more fun way of getting rid of the zombies virus in this game. It's called booze and sleeping pills. Fenrir says potato salad with no dressing or salt or pepper or any other types of vegetables or sauce or dressing or anything. It's we took a potato, we cut it into 8 pieces, we put it in a bowl, we said that's a salad. And our hearts filled with sadness. Scaff said being near corpses ought to have health effects. It does actually. If you notice here, I'm nauseous. My character is having health effects. We've got a pretty solid fever going on. So that is from being near the corpses. It does hurt you. And it can get to the point that you'll get your heat will get high enough, your fever will get high enough that you get considered sunstruck, which just massively reduces your movement speed and everything. Like that gets you killed. And Burning Sun says, I'd say you could spell zombie with zombies, but you probably already have within that mess. Just, yeah, it just randomly landed spelling zombie, but you'll just never know because there's just more zombies on top of your zombie. I guess it's a good time to remind you that I do have a filter on OBS that makes it brighter for you than it is for me. So when I say this is actually kind of hard to see, these zombies in all black are actually pretty scary. Because with all zombie bites, it's a little hard to make them out at times. It is one of those moments I don't need to be pushing to make this happen. I don't need to be eating all these vitamins to make this happen. I can just walk away and deal with this in the morning. But I want my car. Yeah, I mean, I got that warranty the person on the phone told me about. Like, I want to keep taking advantage of it. Paid good money for it. It's like it's actually a pretty expensive warranty, if we're being honest. Like, it did not feel like a great deal in hindsight, but you know, we got it, so I need to keep that car. Like, I didn't pay the Gap, you know, insurance or whatever. Alright, the hoarder on the car is slowly getting smaller and smaller. Looks like we definitely pulled another horde with this one, so that's great. Alright, another group was moving in. Stop it, I can't see. Alright, we got hordes from both sides. And this is why I like short blades. We would have tapped out 5 times over stamina-wise by now if we were using anything else. Oh, with a hunting knife? Hey, short blade 7! I feel like my attack speed is penalized. I need to check where we're at with that nausea. I think we might be overheating to the point it is affecting our combat ability. Lovely, more zombies, just what we need. Excellent, excellent. Alright, yeah, we've pushed ourselves in the point that we are considered sick. So let's see what we've got going on in chat, sorry. Let's see, the cash and the warranty. El Goso, question. If you put stuff inside a duffel bag, would the duffel bag take up less space in your van than if you put in? No, so what ends up happening is when you look at your bag, it'll have a weight reduction stat to it. Let's see. So we have this weight reduction of 85% weight reduction. Now that weight reduction only applies if it is on my back, in my primary hand, or in my secondary hand. Otherwise, this backpack is going to weigh the full 35.7 or whatever. Like, yeah, you can see where it says 35.7, but clearly I don't have 35.7 here. Yeah, if I were to take that and put that anywhere else, it would weigh the full amount. So yeah, so you can't do anything like put a bag in a bag to reduce weight or put a bag in like the car. There's like 1 or 2 kind of shenanigan things you can do to do that. And pretty pictures, you're saying why do you have your skills going down? If you're seeing where it says like machete down or hunting knife down, that isn't my skills, that's the durability. That's a mod called weapon condition indicator, and what that's warning me is saying, hey, you've just damaged your knife. It's kind of warning me that my knife is breaking. So that's that. Zidian has cashed in 10 push-ups. We'll get in a moment. Pankraru pops in and says, holy heckers, 30,000 zombies. Yeah, we've killed a couple zombies, just a few. Scaff says, weight reduction is a start stat to be in game. I'm not sure. I'm not understanding what's being said there. Oh, a smart stat to be in game. Yes. Yes. And Integer Smirk has said, congratulations to Ellen Ennis for reaching Shortblade 7. Alright, well, let me get those 10 push-ups out of the way and I'll be right back. Okay, we cashed. So yeah, we have our strength and healing has been reduced, so it's going to be slower for us to kill zombies, and we're getting lots of penalties. Like I said, I should have backed out a while ago, and the reason we're getting sick is we're just standing on top of all the bodies, and it's just really ruining our day. Oh, you're doing your first non-smoke run, you made your pawn sick by smoking a whole bunch? I didn't actually know that was a thing, but it makes sense. Ooh, that scared me. When I locked in place and the zombie went for me, I hadn't expected the execution animation, so I was like, uh-oh. But it was our execution animation, so we're fine. Yeah, when I recover our car, we're going to just back the whole way out. Yeah, we're aggroing that. What am I joking about? We're aggroing it. It's happening. Yeah, so we're overheated now. And that being overheated is what's causing us problems. And that's just because we're getting sick from all the bodies. So you notice my attack speed is way slower now. Hey, let's see. So Zach Preston has dropped in, said, looking at like another casual day for Ellen. Hi, everyone. Good to see you, Zach President. Yep, and I think that might be the last zombie that was at our car, so we can get our car out of here. And yes, I see the beta blockers. I don't really care right now. I need to get out of it. The fever is killing us. We're dying to our sickness. I'm gonna be real sad if we die because I stuck around bodies too long. Get overeat to help with our healing. Yanking off our clothes to try and cool off. Okay, okay, we're alright. We're alright. We're no longer feverish. Yep, we're okay. We just gotta wait it out now. But we just need to very much not hit a tree or anything. So, when I said I stuck around the, yeah. So that's the closest we've come to death in this character, and it was just being around corpses. Yeah, I saw the life start draining, I'm like, oh no. I will say, that's the first time I've almost actually died from the corpses directly. I have had where we've gotten overheated and it made it so I couldn't fight and we got killed by zombies because they're overheated. Okay, so our body temperature is back down to normal, so we can start putting our clothes back on. Thank you for the follow, SpiderMax87. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, no, that's a first for me. I've never gotten that close to death from that. Well, right now we're heading back and we are driving ridiculously slowly, and that's because if I bump a tree at any meaningful speed right now, we just die. Thank you for the follow, Pretty Pictures. Welcome to the stream. So we are playing super safe right now. Alright, so got all our clothes back on. We're a little hot, but that's okay. Yes, so you do have cruise control in your car. Just by default, if you hit Shift W, it turns it on and increments up the speed by 5 miles per hour. And if you hit Shift S, it'll reduce the speed by 5 miles per hour. And then you tap the brakes to get rid of it. But yeah, I use cruise control heavily, because otherwise if you try and drive over bodies and you go too fast, really bad things happen. Oh come on, get over feeling sick. It's fine. We are overheating a little bit because we put all our clothes back on, but we're not in any danger of going feverish again. So, yep. Never mind, that's on me. Yeah, if you see this green down here, it means I have cruise control on. If you put your mouse over there, it'll actually tell you the controls to do it. Just eating our entire box of cereal. Get those calories up. Get overfed, buffer healing. I like preserving my food and all that, but right now that is not a reasonable concern. Hell, eat another box of cereal. The thing that almost did us in. Just being around too many corpses. Like, that makes Riverside dangerous, and it's from the zombies, but not even the alive ones. It's all the other zombies. It would be. It would be a very ironic way for this run to end, is just the zombies we killed are what ultimately did us in. Alright, we're now down to just nauseous from sick, so our health is being improved. And I believe once we go to queasy, we no longer have a healing penalty, because that's the reason it's taking so long to recover our life, is because the sicker you get, the slower you heal. Which is why zombification actually ends up killing you so aggressively, is not only are you losing life from the zombification, but it's also severely penalizing your ability to heal to just really do you in. Yeah, I don't think a respiratory disease would be a concern in that particular situation. Like, I don't know what you get from being around mounds of corpses, but I'm sure it's got to be like bacterial or something. Because your fear would be whatever's decomposing those corpses, I would assume. So you're talking like flesh-eating bacteria or something, absolutely nightmare fuelish. That's like they have like a chart that's like things that sound scary versus things that are scary, and the extreme that says like sounds and is scary is like the flesh-eating bacteria versus like there's so many conditions like what is this condition? It makes you cough once or twice. It sounds absolutely horrible, but like, you know, it just sounds terrible. Yeah, brain-eating amoeba would definitely be the same kind of thing. That would definitely be on the sounds scary is legit scary. Agreed, Elko, so brain-eating anything is scary. I mean, that's why zombies are scary, after all. Burn and Sun me in on the same page. Sorry, Ascension Cookie. The good news is all that stuff is so incredibly rare, it's not worth mentioning. And like the places that are a problem, they do have things like to talk about with that. Like here in Florida, there's certain bodies of water that fresh body of water, they'll be like, hey, the problems in this area, don't go swimming here. And if you do go swimming here, like do stuff to protect yourselves. But even then, like, it's really not that hot. Like, even in the bad year, like, the cases are, like, single digits. Zidian says, fun fact, I can't give blood in America because I lived in Germany for 4 years in the 80s and 90s, and that makes me likely to carry the European half of mad cow disease. If I lived in Europe, I can still get blood. There are lots of weird things that disqualify you from donating blood. Like, and then some of them it's like, okay, yes, obviously if you have a very, very dangerous, you know, bloodborne disease, sure, you shouldn't be allowed to give blood. But then there's like a whole bunch of them that's just like, what, really? That disqualifies me? Right. I guess that would be correct, Fenrir. But like a lot of times, as long as you start properly getting that stuff treated with antibiotics and all that, and you don't wait till it's like super awful, you can be dealt with. Not saying that there isn't cases that do get bad, regardless of antibiotics and all that. There's just certain like there's certain stuff like the stuff you get in the water. It's like antibiotics doesn't do anything because it's like more than just bacteria. Or you wait till it's already done the damage and then you're like, oh, maybe I should start antibiotics. Like, yeah, you're a little late for that. Our life is recovering so slowly. Like, normally I'd be driving around 50 this whole way back, but with our life at half, I am not taking chances. Funny, shoving 2 entire boxes, actually it's more, it's like 3 or 4 entire boxes of cereal in her mouth has got us gaining weight. Huh. Who would have thunk it? We said carbohydrates. Yes, I would like them all, please, in my mouth right now. So I think Ellen has taken the day off. She had a near-death experience. Yep, I will say anyone who wants to know information about that, you can feel free to take it to your whispers. Because I do not need to know any details about gangrene. I am good. I know the rules about what has been seen cannot be unseen, what has been heard cannot be unheard. And I am perfectly content not seeing nor hearing some of those things. I mean, other opinions do matter, but yeah, stuff like that, I'd be like, yeah, that's private conversation territory. Just refueling our car before I forget, then we'll sleep, and by the time we wake up, we'll probably be good as new. I keep looking at these headlights and thinking they're on. I'm pretty sure we turned them off. We did not. Oh, good that we noticed. How are you doing, Jenner? Because we haven't refueled you or anything in a while, and that's a little concerning. Yep, you need fuel. You're in pretty good repair. Alright. So we're all gassed up. Oh, gotta turn that back on. I'll be very embarrassed if we lose all of our food in our freezers because I forgot to hit the on switch. Not that there's much food left in our freezer. We're down to a couple of radishes, a decent number of potatoes, and some strawberries. I'm actually surprised the strawberries are still good because usually I have those go bad on me pretty fast. So not sure what that's about. Not really complaining. Just go ahead and take all the radishes that are left. Bunch of potatoes. Drop off a bunch of these tools we found because I don't need that many extra weapons on us. Put away a bunch of these nightsticks because we got a whole ton of them. Grab a couple more hunting knives because we used a bunch. Okay, and that should do on all that stuff. Grab some more potatoes. And it's sleep time. So we can finally go and have everyone who's been like waiting patiently